All right, well, so how do I do this without getting overwhelmed? I'm not sure. But like it should be very clear by now. The scooter example. So that's 10 years of my life basically stolen. Same thing with like the amplifier. All right. If we just go to the context of each thing, um, the pills they forced me on, that was another thing. Like all these things that don't work that I already knew that didn't work, that they keep going in circles with. Once it was known my dad has gone almost another 10 years denying me the ability to use like different transportation and things that actually worked and forced the things that were painful. That should be like a red flag for everybody, but it never, nobody ever cared. Uh, um, uh, I can say that's all it ever was. It's like this guy, these people, there had to be a point where it's like this guy can't be interacted with anymore, period. Because it'd just go in circles. Like, had to be accountability. I survived because, yeah, it's like, what do you even say after a point? Because you needed to have people actually supporting and validating and giving you something, or else you just go in circles. Like, the only reason that I had to be stuck, yeah, it's too much to even speak on again. And really, I'm just at the end of like repeating all this stuff over and over again. I'm gonna try doing some music again, maybe. But it's like already the trauma of that shit, knowing um, I'm just attacked no matter what, mentally and physically. It was already bad enough the whole time. Yeah, it's too much overwhelming stuff, so probably can't articulate anything properly right now again. It's not productive. So I'm kind of just at the end of everything at this point because I've done everything and I've proven every single thing on my end properly, and I know everything on my end. I did everything in my end, and my parents did nothing. Literally, my parents did nothing to help anything I asked, and then still gaslighting me in his text to this day. You're not accepting, he quote, you're not accepting our help. Do you see that's insanity? That's abuse. That's severe abuse. That's gaslighting. Okay, so let's all agree on this point. This is a fucking nutcase. He held me back from using a fucking scooter that would have been 1% as expensive. Like, let's compare. Like, not 1% to be precise, obviously, but I'm just saying, expressing it, how this is how fucking much I criticize myself, and I also want to be precise with what I'm saying. And I'm attacking myself at the same time, and I can't even get the word finished because it doesn't have to be this way. It's only because there's a giant weight on me, and I don't get to have any peace or any leeway or anything's taken away. It's only more things piled on me. You see? I tried to solve the things. He took all the things that I had working, took them away, and then gave me one thing, but only like 10 years. It's insanity. Do you nobody would have any concept. I'm also like here like 30 years after I was supposed to be dead. Like this stuff, it's crazy. And I never got any credit or anything that I was supposed to, like giving back. The guy like just got away with just going around in circles and just moving the goalposts, never paying for anything, never genuinely apologizing one time. Then he's like sends me like little blips of cash when I'm spending like fucking triple that every day. But this guy is a fucking demon. I've been saying this forever. And then I'm literally like saying it into streams out into like a void of nowhere, or nobody even sees anything. Nobody cares. Nobody helps. And that's just what it's been the whole time. And then I proved last night it's even more. It's even worse because I was right about the amp and the guitar and all this stuff I've been saying. I was right about literally every single thing I had my gut instinct with. And that guy's still controlling the money. He's still controlling the shit. He stole. He has no right. Like this. My mom and my dad should both be in prison after all this stuff. But there's no justice in this world. It's so rare. Where is there real justice anywhere? Where you can't get. I swear, these fucking people that like, they have enough money and then they don't pay their dues, and they can keep presenting things. But then if you just look, anyone that just looks under the hood, they can see that you would see these two, my parents, they're fucking completely out of their minds. Nothing is where it belongs. And this has been this way for so long. I didn't even want to spend any time on this. I just wanted to be left alone. I just wanted to be left alone and actually be able to live my life. That's all I asked from day one. But they made me go back and have to keep reliving this horror from these people. All they had to do was let me do what I knew works. That's it. I figured everything out, what works, what doesn't. My parents are like fucking actual demons. They look at me saying what I'm saying, deny all of it, go in circles again. And then I ended up looking like a crazy person just by overwhelming me. And I never got any validation. And no one could actually see it's like, or is everyone left in the world that dumb where they can't like understand that what I'm saying and explaining, where you can look at context and not imagery? Like, is no one left in the world smart enough to like understand me, or what is happening here? Because that should be like unanimously understood when someone's like forcing you to do things in an upside down way. They're not acknowledging the actual pains you do have. They're not acknowledging anything you've done. Like they're flipping all context around, just making things up. Where are the people that should have been on my side all along? Where are you? Where are these people that were in the Hamptons that did nothing, or they piled on? And then these people that would see little pieces of me, they would not help with anything. They just saw the imagery, so they piled on too. Just like my parents. Meanwhile, the whole time, if any of you people had go through the pain. And I only expressed a tiny fraction of it. You never see. I would be screaming at the top of my lungs all day if I would be like truly expressing the fucking kind of agony that I've been I endured for 40 years. Silently, the majority of. Suppressing, the majority of. It doesn't benefit anyone this way. I don't think it's not productive for anybody. That's the problem. And then if that's the case, what can be done? I'm better off like dead than spreading negativity or not being productive and actually achieving anything by doing this. Otherwise, I'm like torturing myself even more trying to survive and find a way through even. It's like, come on, dude. You have to like give me all I was supposed to have my control over my own life from the day one and have people smart enough to actually understand what the fuck's happening here. Actually listen to what I'm saying. Actually give me a chance to do it my way for once, consistently, ever, without you psychopaths coming in and interfering, denying all the details. Like, and do you know why it's so much more worse for me? Because they stole the ability for me to get away before I had a chance, and they wrecked my body. Then they denied the things when they're obvious side of all these things were just obvious. It's just common sense. And then I was met with denial of like common sense. Like things you can't deny. There is no, if there is no way, like then there's no way. Then it leaves, then you end up forcing, like you're just fighting and there's no acceptance still. If there's a way, then there's a way. It's like simple as that. Like no matter what I do, it will just be, it wouldn't have to be this way, and it doesn't have to be this way, but because of the recipe that these two people forced, that's why. Because I've spent all my energy trying to prevent in advance. What does my dad do? He doesn't even give a genuine apology. He gaslights in the apology. Like, there's nothing left for years and years except a real apology and like real payback. Like, that's all that's been left for years and years. And he couldn't even give neither of my parents could even give me that. And they still maintained the financial control, the financial abuse. So I could not be allowed to go forward without having to interact. And my dad still refused to give me the owner, to be able to talk to the owner myself. It's all forcing me to go through him, which doesn't work and continues this cycle. I proved this shit was impossible with this guy like decades ago. You would never have any idea the kind of torture. All you people today are so weak. There's so many weak people that would be telling me that I'm weak. And they don't even know. You would never last a day. The way that I've had to go like 10 miles running, no food. The moment I can't even begin to say even on that stuff. The moment I start going to say that, it's immediately overwhelming because the amount of details that come after that. It's different modes of having to. I could snap right out of this immediately to just put myself into a different mode. As soon as I interact with somebody else, to switch so I can think from. There's too much pain to speak on right now. At least it's just 1000% known and proven. Like, there's literally no fucking way ever for them to fucking go back and say jack shit. It's just all insanity on their part. Like, on their end. Like, I've proven it. It's like, how do you go? How can you be responsible in the first place to be the reason that I'd have to stay more sedentary, like hurt myself in ways that would kill me and should have killed me a long time ago, when I could have earned money and been successful and been happy, and the whole thing makes no sense. Right now I have no words for that. I don't even see the point. It's like really like not much left. All the energy that there was. But at least on one end, there's like the overwhelming part is like almost gone, because there's nothing left to like work with really, and everything's like just done. There's pros and cons to that. That's the thing though, is standing on all the truth and never backing down. There's not a goddamn thing that they can point to. There's nothing I abused. There's nothing I fucking did wrong. I just kept doing the right things over and over and over and over. And they have no ground to stand on. That's why, again, it's only been gaslighting to even try to attempt to stand on the ground. And that's all they do. Like, they will never, they won't acknowledge the ground, or the lack of ground they stand on. What a garbage world where like someone with like substance like me has no value. Like what the fuck is what a terrible shitty world. Like not like not my talent means nothing. My words mean nothing. My intellect, my knowledge, my wisdom, all this stuff means nothing. My truth, like that's all everything, and it's not my truth, it's the truth. It's like that at least 99% of people I think could agree if on the context and like basic decency points. If we actually, it's just so crazy. I can't even. Spent a lifetime like repeating like basic common sense things and like reliving in circles because of this two nut jobs that I had for parents that instead of people that wanted me to succeed, they were so weak they needed to exploit pains of me and my suffering to have control. Like what the I can't even imagine being an animal that operates that way. Can hello, like what? This is why I'm nothing. I don't belong. If this is the whole, if is that a malady with my two parents? That's the oddity that doesn't belong, or is this like the whole world and I'm the one that doesn't belong? Because I do not operate that way. To me, those are two very sick people, but that could be. Maybe that's just the natural order of the whole world. There's just garbage, and everyone just is. I have no reference point except those are my parents. It's crazy. It should be unanimously like understood. Like it shouldn't be that complicated. And then the guy, instead of actually showing any understanding or apologizing genuinely, then he sends $100, and it's like weeks go by, nothing. Then he does that. Meanwhile, I'm having to spend how much every day on things I would never have spent any money on. It just goes on and on and on, and on, and it never ends. And then there's another fucking 10 things. Another things. No, we could have had a ground floor of like every nothing had to go this way. But then I saw it would all go this way. Again, there's all I had to do was be allowed to actually follow my gut. Finally, I've lived a whole lifetime where these two people have been. It's just I already know everything. Then what will happen? As long as it's all in my gut, and it's never been respected ever, and they wouldn't just give me a chance to demonstrate like what else should I even say? Does it look like I ever give a fuck like how I appear or say like I literally just say what it happens. I'm just genuine, and then it just is what it is. But it's not respected. Like there's no value. It's only valuable to me, but not valuable to anybody else. So that's and I don't know. I don't. For me, I can never find it. When I always see people, I always respect people that are more honest and genuine. But then it always would turn out that most people are not so genuine after all, anyway. But yeah. Let's end it there.